What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to High Peak Farm, our ongoing multiplayer Let's Play series with everybody today. Everybody is here. First of all, welcome back, mereman. We're glad you're feeling better. We missed you last week.
Thank you.
It's great to have you back. We could have really used you on the pit last week, but that's okay. We get it. You
Well,
were
it's
sick.
a pitch, you know.
And of course, the boss, ShaunB from ShaunB
Hello,
Gaming.
peeps.
And our newest member of this happy little gang here, Scuderia.
Yeah, I just had to come back. I enjoyed it that much last week.
I'm glad you did, because I wanted to meet up with you.
Yeah.
So I guess
likewise.
we're going to go back to sort of normal operations here at High Peak. We got, as you guys know, there's a ton of stuff to be harvested on this field. I'm down here at the shop with one of our fence and an auto stacker because, believe it or not, I came back in the server after we were done last week, and I made like 12 bales. I'm pretty proud of myself, so I'm just saying. But I have to go get these bales off this field. So
I will just apologise, I coughed a lot. I've still got a bit of a lingering cough.
That's okay. I cough all the time, too.
You're here, that's the main thing, Mike.
Amen. Oh, this thing, though. Oh, no collision on that fence. Well, that's okay. I don't want to drive through.
Silage is ready as well if anybody wants to tip some in the BGA.
Oh, no, that sounds more my sort of job. I am... I need to practice not having to use courseplay. Oh, by the way, BP, I got courseplay working on it. Number 1, Bunker on Paradise, which I record that today, really, for Friday. First time.
Oh, nice.
I emptied that one though. I emptied most of that off screen because
I could not get a telehandler to work in the BGA. I ended up having to, for Old Bridge, I ended up having to cheat in a JCB, the big roller, so that I could actually get there. So I wouldn't have to sit there for an hour and unload the pit myself. So I'm going the wrong way. Of course I'm going the wrong way. Why would I be going? I like how the world just ends over there. Not just says, no, that's it.
Who done that? The road to nowhere.
Yeah.
better get inside the cab, I suppose. I'm going to do this properly.
Don't mind me, everybody, driving through the hedge. Just trying to get unlost.
That's one of the problems I'm having at the moment with so many maps now having collidable hedges.
So my recent adventures on Old Ridge have now got me to try to put compost on the map.
Oh.
Because, I mean, if you're going to release the very cool Compost Master 2K60 as a placeholder, well, then I got to at least have compost as a foliage sublayer on the map. So, but I'm having a little issue with it. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm sick of looking at giants at it at the minute and looking at maps.
I'm so bad on the edit that I've given up.
Well, the thing about this is it's not even editing. You know what I mean? It's not. You're not in the editor. It's all just adding. What I did was I went into Nordstrom because Nordstrom has compost, and I stole like the material ID and all the lines of code from the i3D that you open. Like you open it up in Notepad, right? Or plus points.
Yeah.
And I'm just all over the road here. And I stole all the lines of code that I needed, changed it to my custom shader ID and everything. Blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, okay, well that works, except that I need, if I don't run the zip that comes with the Compost Master, now I don't have fill plans. So now I have to actually go to the Giants Editor, import the fill plans, and do the GRLE file. But after talking to David Oldfield, I discovered that all I have to do is copy my core GRLE file and rename it Compost, and it'll be the same thing. Yes! We have Compost on Old Ridge Farm. And I can imagine everybody watching this is going, what the hell is he talking about? Sorry, I was excited. I was happy.
I took the words right out of my mouth there, but I didn't want to say.
You're a map creator. You should know this stuff.
Yeah, I should, but I don't. This is it. I'm at the very, very early learning stages yet.
Yeah, me too.
I have to be honest. It's been a really steep learning curve for me. This, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
I can believe it.
Listen, do you know how many times I'm at the very late screwing everything up stage? So, do you know how many times I have done something over, and thank God I make that. I have like 15 backups of that one, and I've gone in, put it in the game, and then said, that didn't work. Whoops. Let me tell you something. That stupid sugar company, which is nothing but a solid object with a trigger in it, right? That's all it is. There's no animations or anything, which I need to fix. But it took me 3 days to get that. I was like, why is this so hard? It's just an object. But I had to have it because that, and that's Mike's fault because he put his little placeable beat pile there, and I'm like, no, you know what? I want a real one. So.
Oh, well, because of that, you will see it Wednesday. I have actually covered the tip point for the milk at last.
Yes. Oh, I saw that.
You saw the outline, but I will actually be using it when I record tomorrow on Wednesday. If I can get in, I haven't tried to get in there yet.
Oh yeah, I had to make my building bigger. It was too hard.
Yeah, I just used a placeable build and put over it. It was simple.
I have completely lost my drive. I can neither go forward nor back.
I thought you personally lost your drive.
Nope, don't want to play anymore. I quit tonight.
Could somebody quickly jump into this JD and see if it's me, or if it's the JD, I jump out?
Oh, that JD throws so many errors, man. I had to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. I'm going to jump out. Somebody jump in and get that started.
God, I haven't used this regular auto stacker since like Farming Simulator 13. DPW 180 for the win there, Sean.
Well, I'm sure I'm going to have to use the round barrel auto stack in game one because the only place I can put bales.
For some reason, the drive control, shuttle control was disabled.
Oh.
That's what it's been there.
Oh, was I in it last? I might have done that because I always do that. Sorry.
There you're up again.
Because I use my paddles.
DPW 180s.
They're not multiplayer.
They're not multiplayer, are they?
No, which is too bad. And I don't know what you'd have to do to make them.
Well, there is a lock and script which is multiplayer, but it's not on that one.
No. You know what it is? It's because I think the reason those don't work in multiplayer is because you cannot guarantee that the bales where you see them is exactly where everybody else is going to see them.
Yeah, well, if anybody can see my fence at the minute, I'm actually carrying 2 straw bales, and there's a good,
there's like a
4
foot
between
the
each
forks
bale.
and the bales. I was going to say something. I'm like, wow, good job, Sean. But then I'm like, it's probably just desync, so.
I've managed to make it all the way down to the dairy farm, and it's still in the same position.
Well, this bucket's amusing me on the load all.
Whoa, really?
The arm's moving down, the bucket's down there, then catching up.
Yeah. That was the farm. It used to do that in Farming Simulator 2013, even in single player.
Yeah.
At least they fixed that anyway.
I was so gutted last week when I didn't get that tractor flipping, JCB flipping on camera.
It's funny how
I want to see that.
Everything that you didn't think you were recording.
Yeah. Everything was going well. What I thought it was.
Looking at that file, I'm looking at those files afterwards, going, "Oh my God, it's gonna take me 3 days to render this." I'm like, okay, get my ending, my beginning, my ending, my thumbnail, get the audio right, hit render, and see in a week. Took pretty much that whole night.
But for some reason, I decided to delete the first half of my video.
Yeah.
I realized as soon as I came out of the game, where the hell's the other half?
Where's the other half? Because when I watched the video, I was like, isn't this the half after he said he wasn't recording anymore?
Yeah.
Like, that's not right.
I had my game volume on 40% or something. That's why you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, it was really loud. And I couldn't really mess, I can't mess with your audio, so.
Yeah.
I need to get some kind of desk. I need to get, I don't know, there's a couple of virtual ones. I need to find one.
What's that thing what David Oldfield was using?
Yeah, you know what, I meant to ask him today too, and I forgot.
I've got it, but I took one look at it and thought, no. Looks too much for me to play with.
All I wanted
Is that
I just
editor?
Oh, it's a mixer which mixes live as you're coming in.
Is it not Shotcut or something like that?
No,
No,
that's
that's
his video
Oh, that's the editor.
renderer. No, this was for sound. I forget what it's called. I actually downloaded it after you mentioned it, and so I took one look at it. This beer of too little brine, can't quite figure it out.
all I really want from that thing is for it to give me that virtual cable so that I can record TeamSpeak separately from. I did it again.
That's what it does, I think. But you get the technical terms. Once you get to a certain age, the technical bits start to get lost.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would work in Farming Simulator, but there's a nice little perk, a nice little piece of software you can get for Euro Truck that you put on behind your ear. So when you look left and look right to check your mirrors, when you move your head,
Yeah.
it'll move it in the cab. Now I don't know how much it is or what it's called, but that's something that I would love that for that game. It would probably work in this game as well when you're in cab as well, I would imagine.
It's called Truck IR. For the good version, it's about $115 US. And it's awesome. I have what's called Face Track OIR, which is complete shit. it uses your video camera. Like I obviously have a camera built into my laptop, you know, and it's a good one. But the lighting down here is so bad that it'll track my head one way, and then the view will get lost, and won't be able to find its way back. So.
Okay.
Track IR, there's actually a script upside down. The script master.
Oh yeah,
Actually wrote a script to make Track IR work in Farming Simulator. So if you'd like to donate $115 US that BP needs to get, no, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah. I would love it.
Where are we putting these bales down here?
There's that huge shed just in front of you.
Okay. That huge shed.
What shed?
Thank you. Listen, I just work for you, man. I'm supposed to ask dumb questions. Hey, boss, what do you want these bales? So just on the ground.
No, I'm going to pick those up. I'm right behind them.
Whoa. Sorry, a little bit of lag there. It took the fence a second to get going. So nobody commented on the Ago hate last week. Thank you for that. Believe me, again, I do not dislike Ago or his mods. Okay? I think they're awesome. Is this a trigger though, or is this?
No, that should just be a bale storage.
Okay, all right. I didn't want it to all go missing.
Well, you find out when you drop them.
Yeah, exactly. What do I want to do here? Oh, I haven't used this thing in so long.
All the times I spent going around maps now trying to find all the triggers.
Oh, is this going to fit under here? That's not going to fit under there, Sean. I'm going to have to leave them out here. You're going to have to stack them.
Really?
Yep, that's not going to fit.
I thought collisions were off that.
Listen. Oh, I mean, I'll try it. Oh, you're a lucky man.
I'm very lucky.
I tell you what, if I had my CZ Mod Fashion Black Lion bale forks, I'd be all about stacking these bales. I'd be down here all day. Bring them all to me. Bring me every bale you got.
Yes, I really appreciate that. Those forks.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah,
The few times I use bales,
I'll have you know that I'm stacking bales as we speak.
they're my favorite thing. And the new set with the beat shovel and all that coming out in a couple weeks too. Look at you go over there. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I'm just about to lose one.
Well, just get it close enough to the mix wagon. All you gotta do is drop them in there. It'll take them right off. I really like that purple color on that fend. That's classy as hell. There you go.
Hey, there we go. I've actually got silage to give to the cows now as well.
Yeah.
Take it, I'm spending an episode down here at the dairy farm. I've stolen DP's job. This is his.
I was just gonna say my favorite job in the whole world, taking care of the dairy cows. But that's okay. I gotta say the Old Bridge herd is. How many cows would you say the major has there?
I reckon he's got about 250.
Okay.
He is. Remember, he is farming in a very big way.
Yeah.
He's got about 10 people work for him. Gives you some idea what he's doing. His sheep is, you know, I think about 500-600 head of sheep.
Jesus. I think I may be selling my sheep. I think I may be getting out of the sheep business. They're just not. All they do is eat, basically. I mean, I love sheep. You guys know me.
I should be careful how you phrase that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be saying that too loudly into it.
Oh, you guys are all so dirty. I mean, I like sheep. No matter how I say it, it's gonna sound wrong. I like sheep. I'm not from Wales. I actually am from Wales.
Well, actually, East Anglia's a fairly big sheep area too.
You like the sheep down in the valleys.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna sell them. I mean, I don't know. I've had 30 sheep now for a couple of years, and I've only got 9 wool bales out of them, so I don't think it's worth it. But I don't know. I know I'm up to 165 dairy cows because I keep forgetting to sell the other ones because I had to fast forward time a bunch of time to get so that it could be late winter now, so I can start the groundwork and everything. So I'm like, oh crap, I have 165 cows. I don't want to be bigger than the major on my tiny little farm. So.
God, that reminds me. Yes, you're saying late winter, and I must get on and do that leisure park.
Do you have a? What are you gonna do? Just plant trees in there? You know,
Yeah, I'm just going to put trees in.
There's a
Just
playground object kicking around somewhere.
I've got some park benches to put in there.
Oh,
So, 2 different ones, so they're gone in. But the trees, I want to make certain I get British trees, but I don't want any conifers.
oh yeah.
I'm going to put a couple of oak in, and say your disbelief will have to be suspended because they are going to be mature trees
Sure.
in about 2 months' growth.
So you prefer small fields then, Leafy, because
Oh, I want a farm to use that
small
classic pack on,
Yeah.
and the only.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
I was just gonna say, it's gonna be a go watch Mike's Oldridge. He's got a pretty good sized farm over there with a lot of very high dollar equipment on it. So he is not particularly attracted to old stuff. But
I want to do a series just using that classic pack on.
that would be cool.
I downloaded one today off FS, and I thought that was going to be small fields, and it weren't. There were still big fields, but not many of them. And I don't want to go to the trouble of cutting them all to pieces. And
I was just going to say that though, you know, sometimes I like to do a small field, you know what I mean? So sometimes you've got no choice but to kind of recreate some of the fields that are in a map and make them a bit smaller. You know?
I have on Aldridge 11 and 12 have both been cut, 11 into 2 and 12 into 2.
But yeah, definitely. If I build another map for 215, I will definitely take your recommendations into account.
Well, that's just me being, you know, wanting to do one particular series, and I don't want the work of having to do it all myself.
Mike, would you like me to make? I'll make you a map because I have plenty of time for that.
All I want is, all I really want is a very small sort of one-man business.
You want Oldfield Farm is what you want.
Well, actually smaller than Oldfield. All I want is about 10 or a dozen fields for myself to work.
But to be fair, if you're using that classic pack, you really only need, 3 or 4 fields?
Yeah.
Maybe not even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
I've always said that. I don't understand why people cry for 30 fields. You can't harvest them all at the same time. You just can't do it.
I played Westbridge Forest a lot, which, you know, Johnny V's Westbridge Forest, a hell of a lot, his first and 3. I had 200-300 hours, and I still ain't got half the fields, and I want that many fields on there.
Yeah.
And that was using full automation, you know, course play on most things, and I still couldn't get anything done.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about this, you know, because I recorded Oldridge today, and then tomorrow I'll record Northshore. I was thinking that I don't even have to actually plant anything on Northern except for the stuff that I need to run all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that map is ridiculous. And I'm asking, I'm like, I don't know how to use any of this stuff. I don't know how to make goose food. I don't know how to make, I don't know. I'm going to just fumble around with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. You told me you're not coming up here. Look at you flying down the road, Sean.
Well, I really should have baked things on for this.
I was watching Mike up in the farmyard and I realised he wasn't going to get lost in this episode, so I thought I would.
Why do you think I volunteered for this job?
How many times have I got
I've
lost?
been watching the one and only ShaunB today. He buys trailers for fun, that man.
I know, right?
Oh, lads.
I'm going to buy
Anybody want to put cement into that bloody trailer for me?
I'm going to buy every trailer in my mod folder in this episode.
I was positive that flaming trailer took everything away.
It's the red one. It's one of the. It's not the cargo bull. It's the red crampy. Is it the
The half
crampy?
pipe.
The crampy 800 or something? Is it something? I think it's the 800. I think.
Yeah, isn't it the half pipe?
The
Yeah.
size, the literage on that trailer
Aye, 80,000 litres.
80,000 litres, and some of those hills on that map, you're literally going up the hill
I
at
told
1 mile
you,
an hour.
download Mod Manager, take it into Mod Manager, and
Where am I going?
downsize its capacity from 80,000 down to 30,000 to make it
Yeah.
more realistic.
But I thought multi-fruit would have just automatically put anything into any trail.
No, it doesn't.
No. Well, that's the mistake I made, you see.
There is a mod out there that extends trailers.
Don't mind me. Through the hedge.
But I don't know what length the extension goes to.
Whoa, what am I stuck?
Yeah.
Is
Regards
that a
to
bit?
wet
What the hell am I
concrete,
running
dry
over here,
concrete.
Sean?
That would be my bail forks, BT.
Jesus Christ. I mean, they're purple. I couldn't even see them. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, if you didn't decide to drive through the hedge,
I know. Well, I got lost again.
That's a funny thing.
Mike,
On
Mike's staying awfully quiet up there.
oh, well, I'm still trying to live down that Paradise episode.
Oh, that was awesome. Nobody can get lost as many times in the same, like, 1 by 1 square of the map, too, which was... And you know, I mean, I love watching your videos, Mike. I absolutely do. But even I was screaming at the screen, go the other way!
Well, the best of it was because I done exactly the same with the second load. I got the first load in eventually, but I done it off screen and I didn't get lost once.
And then he did the classic BP thing. Hey, what BP do in this episode? Nothing. Right. Oh, just lost.
Well, that suddenly came to mind that.
You know what? If you're not having fun, if you're not having fun, then what is the point of doing it? You know what I mean? No. Now, remember this thing has these arms on it. I can't tell you the number of times I've pulled out from the side of this thing, sideways, and ripped down the whole stack of wheels. We're going to have a lot of wheels. That's good. That's good. That's good. How many cows you see we had? 75?
75, but we don't have, only going to use it at the standard rate, and that's that, what do you call it?
No animal values mod, yeah.
Animal values, yeah.
That's okay. That's fine. Is this
So
thing
it's
an
going to
actual
take an
feeder?
eternity to get me new.
Is this Scuderia? Is this red thing in the dairy pasture over here? Is that an actual feeder, or is that just a prop?
Yeah, it's a feeder.
Oh, it is. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's that?
I want that.
Sorry, I was daydreaming there. I'm going back and forth in straight lines here.
Oh, did you mean the red, it's like a pen?
Yeah.
No, that's just a pen made of
That's just for decoration.
Oh, I was gonna say. Well, you could make that a feeder.
Yeah, you could, yeah.
Gonna have to build me one of those. I'm giving stuff away. Here I go. In my new expanded dairy meadow over there on the ridge. Because I just couldn't help but mess with the cow nav mash, and break it 4 times before I finally got it right. But it's recreate, BP. Recreate. Did you not watch Farmer Yip's video? Enzo left me a very nice comment on the 100th episode of Old Ridge, and he said, you know, because I listen, this is a great map, and please don't take this personal Scuderia, but Old Ridge and me, you know, everybody knows, right? But he was like, oh, there's way better maps out there. Maybe, but there's no map to me that feels like home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Although,
yeah.
I will say this, and I'm not just kissing your ass, trust me. This map, because we're all on it, it's starting to feel like, you know, it's starting to feel like that map, you know? So, good job. And for a simulation game, that's the biggest thing. Does it feel like you think it would feel? Yes. Then success.
Yeah. But that's the thing with me with this game. Do you know when I download a new map and I go into it for the first time, I know straight away if that map's for me or if it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Same here.
I don't even need to drive about to suss that out.
Yep.
I'm loving that flickering at the moment.
You know, I'm so bad. I know 3 maps. I know this map, I know Norsholm, and I know Old Ridge. That's it. I don't play on any other. Well, Idaho more because I had so much fun on FS13. And eventually I'm going to do my BP goes home for the winter or whatever, you know, special. But
I never ever done Old Ridge.
No.
If I had to put a map up front that I most enjoyed with 213, it would be between Spring Hill, the very early release,
Yes.
not the latter one.
No, I played the latter one, but not the early one.
And the other one, sorry, the name of it went clean right out of my head, but the farm had all red sheds in it.
I know that one. Crap.
Something.
No, I don't
Manor.
think it's correct.
Something.
Don't think it's
Manor.
crap.
I can't remember what you call it.
Well, I know Spring Hill pretty well because we played, me and Grant, the Scottish gaming guy. That's when we played all of our Farming Simulator 2013 multiplayer on both versions. The first version and then the version with the Forest mod, which was just hilarious.
Oh, I loved the 213 Forest mod. I loved that.
Yeah, it was so bad though.
I know it was. I loved it. I loved it so much. I'll tell you, I would rate it over this one. I know it was bad. But it was just something about it. It just felt right.
Well, it definitely worked differently, you know what I mean? And I like the fact that you had to refill the chainsaws and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
I thought
Well,
that
that was it. There was a whole lot of different mods for that and what there is now. I mean, people just haven't gotten onto it in 15 the way they got onto it in 13.
I hope they take forestry out of Farming Simulator.
Yes.
17. So I don't get tempted to do it anymore.
I'm not tempted at all now. I've done going on Westbridge Forest. I've done a lot, and I planted a whole field with trees. I started half, and I just got bored after about the first 20.
Yeah.
I don't honestly think that Giants brought that forestry in. They should have brought something in that was much closer to the farming community
Yeah.
than that
Oh,
was.
cool.
I think that was a publicity. I think that was a money making thing. That
Yeah.
you know, I think that was a revenue.
You know what that was? That was them. That was Jens and Ponzi and all the other big German forest companies paying them to put their stuff in the game.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's what I think as well. Because there is lots of other things out there far much closer to the farming community than the forest is.
You know what? This is the other thing I would really love to see someday. I don't want to own the BGA. You know what I mean? Because how many farmers own BGAs, right? I don't want to own the BGA. I want to be able to bring stuff to the BGA. And of course, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound exactly like the way it works now. But I'm not 100% certain what I'm trying to say. I'd like to be able to how does it work in real life? You bring your silage in, they weigh you, they pay you for it, and you leave, right? That's how
That's
it works,
it.
right? Okay, so that's pretty much what we have now. Never mind. Cancel that thought.
But because in real life you'd actually bring your silage into it, not ferment it on site.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd either get paid for the green material to ferment,
Yeah.
or for the finished silo, which you would have done on your site.
Yeah.
Which would be, any you had left over at the end of the season.
That's true. I don't know what I had a thought with that, and then it just said, no, I'm going to go over here now. And I don't know where I was going with that.
But I agree. I would like to see the BGA actually that you don't have
More
the bunkers
fruit.
on there. You have to bring the silage in and get rid of those flaming awful digesters.
Oh, God, please.
I'd much prefer the 13s.
More fruits and more animals.
More animals, most certainly. But even if we don't get more animals, can we get more input into the animals we do have? Can we do more things with them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can,
What happens to the dairy?
yeah.
The dairy herd actually gets old.
Yeah.
You only keep them for a few years.
As soon as they're not producing anymore, or they're past calving age, guess what, guys? It's cruel. It sounds cruel, but they're hamburger, okay? Because what other function do they serve?
Oh, it was like we were talking about last week once we went off air. A lot of farms nowadays are cooperatives. As soon as they lift the potatoes from the field, some farmers are bagging it and then it's just going straight out to the supermarket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could bring something like that into the game whereby there's some form of processing at the end of it at the farm.
I would love to see some of these factory mods, the mods where you have to make something in one place and then bring it somewhere else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some of that stuff being built into the game. My biggest thing, and I'm not even asking for much because we know we're not getting a new engine, we're not getting a new game engine, so, can we get seasons? And can we get maybe a little bit of more control over the animals? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, give me something simple like, I don't know, every 6 months you get deducted $1,000 for vet bills or something. You know what I mean? Just something like that. Can my animals get, can my animals get off mouth maybe? I know that sounds dumb, but,
Well, yeah, well it does. It makes sense, doesn't it though? Do you know what I mean?
give me a reason to have to muck out my sheds, you know what I mean?
Yes, if you don't muck out, they get ill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Your herd that you left yesterday at 100 is now only 50 strong.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what
you
I
have
mean?
to quarantine them, you know what I mean, or whatever. I mean, I know not every, and of course, how is that going to work on the consoles? Because people on the consoles just want to drive the $500,000 combines.
Well, you'd actually have to do it so you could have that stuff in or out of the game. You just have a button or a slide of how difficult you want to make it.
Maybe we could have, that would be awesome if we could have the slider between like full-on BP, just insanity simulation, or I just want to drive the really expensive stuff right now. Okay. Yes. Okay. And I'm fine with that. Either way, the way anybody wants to play is the way they want to play.
Yeah.
I just think, because I'm a simulation guy, that if you're going to make a simulation, let's make it a simulation.
I'm a little bit with David Oldfield. I'm trying to actually cut the amount of money I'm getting for stuff.
I know. Me too. I'm trying to make less money. Like I was in messing with the price multiplier and the attributes of the PGA. I'm like, nah, this is paying too much money.
We could make the placeable items far more interesting than wind turbines. You know what I mean?
It would be nice too that you could actually put placeables inside buildings.
Yes. Why can't we have that? Why can't we have placeables that actually do something besides do nothing? I don't need a bee house. I needed a bee house when I had an orchard. Oh, I'm giving more stuff away. Shut up. But I don't. Bee houses and wind turbines. I don't know. There's no wind turbines around my house. I'm just saying. So.
I know this because I try it every day, yet I still know it, I still want to do it. When I go to put an alternative tip out, or what do they call it now, a placeable heat,
Yeah.
I always want that placeable heat at the back of my shed in the corner.
Yeah.
But you can't put it in a shed.
You can't. No. Anything that the game thinks is a yard, you can't. I mean, how awesome would it be to be able to put the hardpoint extension in with the dealer, which is what I tried to do the other day. Nope, not happening.
No.
Wait until you see where I had to put the tip point for the milk and churn farm when I get round to it. It's actually off the yard, almost in the road.
Has one of those new maps that's just been released not just had the hardpoint installed in the shop?
Yeah, if you go in and install a giant Saturday, you can put it anywhere you want. That's probably what I'm going to end up having to do.
But for dumbos like me who get frightened on Giant's editor, I can take things out, but I can't put things in.
You also have problems when you're trying to take things out as well,
I couldn't get rid of those bridges.
No.
All that bridge.
Oh, I never did try that. It's got to be the water plane in that bridge.
Yeah.
It's got to be something.
Well, I think I've got over it now anyway.
That's going to make a good screenshot right there. Yeah, it's going to be a screenshot.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself, P3. I think I'll be overrunning with my length of video.
I think that's going to be the screenshot. I think I'm going to call it right there. We've been going for quite a while. Again, guys, it's farming, right? It is what it is. Stuff needs to be pulled off the field. Stuff needs to be done. We're going to yak. This is far more. At least when we talk about farm sim as opposed to certain other people who play MP who talk about just stuff that'll probably get them arrested. I know I'm having a great time.
Let's face it, we're like a load of farmers meeting up and talking about our farms.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's what makes this cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to do my outro. You guys obviously welcome to keep recording if you want. My tongue is starting to swell up again, so I think I better stop talking.
I'm just going to take a screenshot here. Let's get rid of that.
I've got one run left to do this field and it's totally cultivated.
Oh. You put us to shame.
I know. It's good reason. That's why we have you here, because you actually do work. I don't know what Sean's doing.
I've been very busy Bumblebee. I've fed the cows, I've put the straw down, and now I'm harvesting in the field, whatever field this is. I certainly am.
Very good.
Playing in his big combine harvester.
Oh, yeah. And there's...
I've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key.
Oh, God, please, copyright strikes.
I don't want to say... I don't want to say too much, but I seem to be the only one that ever does drive the combine harvester.
Well, that's your job. That's your thing. That's what you like to do. You stole my dairy job. I should have stolen your combine job. You're the one who set this up in the beginning. But anyway.
I'm going to say thanks for watching, guys. I think I'm synced up with everybody else. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Thanks to the other three gentlemen.
Hey, who else came in?
No problem.
Where were the gentlemen? Did we miss that?
Yes.
And bye for now.
And this is the Bipolar Prophet saying thanks, guys, for watching. And as always, thanks for making me part of your YouTube day. And I'll see you later.
Right, Mereman, aka Reefy1952, saying thank you very much for watching. And cheerio for now.